Ladies and gentlemen, My Hero Academia is dead.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little disappointed,
Cut it. It's done.
especially for how much hype it got from manga readers. I'm pretty disappointed.
Well, this is a third villain they've done this to, where they just after they get rid of him. Not to mention, this is probably because like All for One, they hint
All
at
for
him at
One
the
was he was brought in way too
They
early.
hint at him from the beginning. All Might can't fight anymore. All Might's messed up because of this guy. They hint at him. They bring him in 3 episodes. He's gone. Stain, hero killer. He's killing, going on rampages. He's going nuts. They fight him once. He's done. And they never talk about him again, except that like the one lizard guy mentioned him in the last episode. And then they bring an Overhaul. They tease him at the end of season 3. They have him part of the Yakuza. He has this huge organization. He's doing huge things, huge plans. He's already like implementing it in certain ways. He's this huge villain, and they get rid of him in half the season.
Yeah.
Why? Like, why is he like? It's like I said earlier. Like he's so dead set on holding so tightly onto
The League of Villains.
the League of Villains and Deku as the main character that they get rid of Lemillion and they get rid of Overhaul or any other character that's big. And they do it fast too.
Yeah.
This show is literally just a high school anime slice of life with superpowers every once in a while. That's all the show is now.
Like, especially so manga readers said that they got robbed in the animation wise in like the reveal of Shigaraki kind of betraying Overhaul at the end, where he spoiler for episode 77, I think, or 76.
77 and 78.
Yeah, so when he destroyed his hands, Overhaul's hands, he's like, oh, you shouldn't rely on your quirk so much if you're gonna be this high person that's gonna judge everyone else.
Yeah.
And then it's supposed to be like this cool scene that makes him look like he's batshit crazy walking away, and it's just literally nothing.
It's like, okay, so then we're not going to hear about them again for another 20
Yeah.
episodes. Sweet.
Yeah,
And
like,
Sauce said, "My hero, new fairy tale."
Yeah.
You're not far off.
yeah. I mean, honestly, because we've talked about this before with like the aspects of My Hero and where it's going. That we're 4 seasons in now. We're done. We're really done with the main chunk of this arc.
We're over probably 70 episodes now.
Yeah.
Right?
We
are. I'm still
Yeah.
at 78. 78 episodes in right now.
We haven't gotten serious development for Deku. The villains are still lacking. All for One is the biggest robbery in this show. He was brought in way too early. Like, he should have been probably the last villain Deku fought to establish him as
a hero.
Yeah.
Like, they should have waited. One for All, or All for One should have killed All Might, and then Deku has to fight him.
Yeah.
That would have been, like, perfect.
Yeah. Like, that's good story writing for me.
Yeah.
And Shigaraki being the daughter or the son of All Might's master.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it would have been like a nice way to kind of tie it around and like kind of bring back, I guess, almost vengeance maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I am severely disappointed in this show. So for new gens, do you guys still establish this as like this My Hero Academia is the new gen of anime?
For fighting, no. For superheroes, no. Maybe for a normie, sure. But in terms of like you put like Naruto side by side with My Hero when it comes to villains and arcs,
Nothing.
this show is nothing. Like, yeah, it's still entertaining to watch, but
Yeah.
I've given up on enjoying it in terms of the story and villain aspect. It's mostly I'm pretty much watching it now for the character interaction, and that's it.
Because the way that manga readers were hyping this up, it was made to seem like that this was going to be the arc that established My Hero Academia as the show that everyone needs to be on. So, like, at this point, if you drop the show, I would not blame you.
No, I wouldn't either.
Because it's just like, why am I staying along? Because it wasn't even Deku's power that beat Overhaul. Like, technically it was, but if Eri wasn't there, he would have lost. He definitely would have died, and then Overhaul would have escaped and won.
Yeah, and I'm tired of everybody like, oh, people were hating on Deku. Look at him now. I'm like, bro, he still sucks. What do you mean?
Like, that was Eri's power. If it wasn't for Eri...
And of course, he finally pops off. He has his day. And then what does he go do? He goes and cries to Mirio. Let me give you my power. You just have to do it. Like, shut up.
Bro,
and
come on.
Just
accept it. Own it.
I don't know.
the show is, in terms of what it is trying to be, it's not going to get there. Ever.
I feel like this was the
long.
chance.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
78 episodes is way too long to try to establish a character
Mm.
and villains.
Because even then, I've talked about it with Black Clover even. I guess it's fair to compare them since they're both new gen out right now. For me specifically, I guess I was a special case because I wasn't like... I'm still not hooked on the show, but way more people... Well, that's actually...
I would say I'm enjoying Black Clover right now more than My Hero.
Which I feel like a lot of people... But then again, it's different. It's now that I say that, it's hard to compare it to because the fan base for My Hero Academia is so devoted and toxic. Yeah. So I don't want to compare them side by side anymore, but I guess like the neutral anime fans that are like, oh, like we're watching because it's like a new thing that people are talking about. I'm looking for more entertainment, and I want a good story. My Hero Academia is taking way too long.
Way too long.
Which in Black Clover, it took less time.
Yeah.
Then again, it had really bad animation.
But it established
the story.
It established the story.
Yeah.
It established the characters. Asta got great character development in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
There were a lot of good fights before the bad animation even. And then they have a lot of good stuff after that fight also. So it's like they're able to still make a good show out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, honestly, even if just Deku just didn't cry all the time.
Yeah. Because
I see what Hidden Sauce is saying though. That's a good point.
Deku was a Natsu-like character.
If he was like a Natsu-like character. That's a good point.
Like if he was like an overconfident, like, or even like a Naruto type character.
Yeah.
Where he just wants to be the best. Which Deku wants to be the best, but he cries about it.
Yeah. He doesn't act like he wants to be he shows he wants to get stronger and improve. But it's like after anything happens, it's like, oh no, I'm depressed. Oh, Raka, cheer me up.
Yeah.
It's like
help me out. But like it's even then, like jokes aside, for me, probably peak My Hero Academia hype for me was right at the end of the fight between Bakugo and Deku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, they just came out with this fight with Deku and Bakugo. They finally established like their rivalry. This is gonna be insane.
Not to mention they established Bakugo knows Deku got All Might's power.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have explored that maybe a little bit more while doing this arc as well.
It sucks though that Bakugo didn't have his provisional license, so he wasn't really involved.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done it better also if he had his already and was involved in that. Because I think it would have been interesting to see how if they team up or something and fight.
Overall,
yeah, instead of Eri being what people were saying, a hospital all about.
Yeah, like on the back of Deku, but I don't know. Like, how long do you think we're gonna end up waiting before we can say that, okay, My Hero Academia is a must-watch for anime lovers everywhere, like Naruto was after even the bridge, Naruto Bridge, when the fight with Haku and Zabuza
happened quick. That was like what, 15 episodes?
Yeah, or even then, let's not do old gen, do new gen. Black Clover, I would say after
20 episodes or so.
Yeah, so like right before they went to the witches.
Yeah. That's a little bit later on, but yeah.
Okay, but that was for me. That's for me. I'm special case. But for most people, I feel like it was still sooner than this, where My Hero Academia fans are like, okay, All Might's hype, and they're still kind of like, I feel like coming down from like, oh, All Might just did all this, and that. He beat All For One, all this other stuff. He lost his career. Can't wait to see what happens. Everyone's hyping up season 4 because of Overhaul. Overhaul just finished. Where literally this is the very first episode after that Overhaul arc ended, and now it's like, eh.
And it pisses me off too is everyone's like, this season is so dark. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
This season,
Like
was-
one person. No, not okay. Not one person died.
Bruh, Ruby has darker seasons than this.
Yikes. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I liked. See, the thing is that kind of going deeper into like other characters besides Deku. So many other characters besides Deku had way better character moments than he did. Sun Eater, Mirio.
Mirio carried the season.
Yeah,
Not to mention Kirishima.
yeah, and Night Eye for me. I loved the
Hell,
way that
even
ended
Fat
off.
Gum.
Yeah, even Fat Gum. You're right.
How do you have so many good characters and then Deku just like when he's on the screen you don't really care?
You keep Deku mediocre.
Yeah, because they just don't develop Deku.
Yeah.
Like, they've developed Makishima more, and Makishima hasn't really played a part in this at all until this season.
Hiroshima.
Kirishima.
Yeah, Kirishima.
Makishima.
Go back to the villain discussion.
But
No, but yeah, they haven't developed Kirishima until this season. He's barely there. He's just hanging around Bakugo.
And now he's like a top character.
And now he's like,
he's a favorite. He's a favorite.
I think he's gonna have to carry the show because Mirio ain't anymore because he has no quirk.
I don't like. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, what are you waiting for? That you want to be like, oh no, this is the right moment for Deku to get his character development to be like, okay, I'm done with the crying. I know this is my quirk. I'm gonna keep working on it. All this other stuff. I'm gonna be that hero. Like he needs. Like I don't know what else you need to build more confidence than the way they chose to end the overall fight. Like sure, he even admitted I couldn't do anything unless I had Eri, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to survive if Eraserhead wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so then maybe you should be like, all right, this is a giant wake-up call. This is your moment to give him the character development. You're like, okay, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm done relying on all these other people. Like, I'm gonna continue to work on my quirk, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like to me, it's just as simple as that. Like, I would have been like, okay, you don't need the crying stuff. Like, he could go to Mirio and apologize and all this other stuff. And, like, that could also be your character development.
Yeah.
Him crying to, like, okay, sure, it's him crying. But if he's crying to Mirio, be like, I'm sorry, I wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
All this other stuff.
I'll get stronger
Sure.
just make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
oh,
just
do you
not
want my
easy.
powers?
Do you want to take my powers? Eat my hair. Like, what?
Eat my hair.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want it anymore. It's like, I don't know. I can't make sense of it. Like, I feel like there's so many other routes you could have chosen to be like, okay, Deku, here's your character development.
Not to mention, I'm
We're
pretty sure they're
78
setting
episodes in.
up Raka for character development now also.
Yeah, especially after.
Because Eraserhead literally is like, do you still want to do this? Like,
Mhm.
really think on that. Like, it was like, now they're setting her up for character. Like, I'm fine, I'm cool, because Uraraka's a good character. Set Deku up for cooking character development. Come on.
Yeah. It's like
Do
they
something with him.
really chose to set up everyone else besides him. And I don't know why.
No, it's fucking.
Because
It's
like
not My Hero Academia, it's Your Hero Academia.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, I think it's dead. It's ruined.
Yeah.
There's no, like, yeah, okay, Deku development might come, but we're already almost 80 episodes in. That's way too much.
And we're definitely not gonna get any more now because it's focusing on Todoroki and Bakugo trying to get their provisional.
Which, hey, I'm fine with. Enough of Deku.
Yeah, more Todoroki and Bakugo. I'm hyped with that.
Which is yeah. And like sure, like it's cool that there's like another I guess protege to All For One with like this huge guy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, which I'm like, it's cool to see like what they develop with that, but I feel like it's not going to be this season. They're just going to do it next season.
I guarantee they'll never mention that guy again this season.
Probably
100%.
not. He's probably going to escape or something, meet up with Shigaraki, and then
They did capture, what's his face?
the dude that
the
they
dude.
yeah that's the weird face or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm like, okay, sure. But that's cool that you're bringing this up, but I know you're not going to talk about it again, or we're not going to see where this concludes because they're going to wait till next season.
Pretty much. it's like I say, like he just holds so tightly onto like the OG characters, Deku and the League of Villains, that they're just like he won't change it. It's like, okay, I just want to keep these guys safe, but then I'm gonna develop all these other things, but not touch them because I don't want them.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, like,
Why?
these are the
Why?
characters. I'll just send them to jail, and if I ever want them, I'll just get them out of jail again.
exactly.
It's like, sure, it's for safekeeping, but still, this is where I feel like it's gonna be hard for My Hero Academia to start losing like a following because of how devoted and toxic the fan base is. But still, it's, I don't know. Like for me, this is when I'm losing interest.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like I said, I'll watch it for the character interactions, like with
Outside of
Bakugo,
Deku.
Todoroki, all that stuff. But it's just like, other than that, like I just don't care in terms of the story. Like it's just like, meh, whatever.
Yeah, I am severely disappointed in My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
To
Same.
conclude that
Yeah.
long tangent, but
If you
Still.
wanted to watch it, you don't need to anymore.
like I feel like at this point it died for me.
Yeah, same.
Probably still watch it just because already.
Yeah, I'm
Like I'm
already-
invested in all the other characters besides Deku.
Classmates. All of Class 1A I'm invested
Yeah.
in rather
Except
than
Deku.
Deku. Even like Eraserhead and like even what's going on with All Might,
Yeah,
like I'm interested.
yeah.
There's a banshee outside apparently.
I
Jesus.
guess.
An alien.
But even then, like
Targeting to
a more interesting thing for me would be the relationship between Todoroki and his dad and how he's gonna try and like conclude that.
Well, it looks like they're gonna explore that at least a little bit.
Yeah,
in this
and
next episode,
Endeavor
so-
encountering All Might for the first time since
United States
his fight
Smash.
with United States Smash.
Probably. Would you say it's the most hype moment in My Hero at least? Would you say it's gone downhill since then?
Yeah.
I don't know. The Mirio Overhaul fight was pretty hype too, though. Because even he didn't even have a quirk at the end of it. And he was still like going crazy.
Fat Gun was also really good.
Fat
Gun
Gun.
was good.
But I think it's United States Smash.
Yeah, nothing tops that.
Especially
United States
All Might's,
Smash was
yeah,
pretty-
especially All Might's
It was
speech
pretty hype, yeah.
during the thing, so.
I get why, because it was spoiled for you, so I get why you wouldn't think it's
Yeah.
as hype.
Yeah. But it's cool.
Yeah, so really, I mean, I guess the main reason we're watching it now is for fights and Class 1A.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so.
Like, I don't care about Deku at all.
It is what
So-
it is, but it's kind of unfortunate because
Mm.
we talked about it before the season came out, and everything we talked about before the season came out that worried us is coming true. So
Like, we've clipped it a bunch on our highlights, so if you want to go check it out, all the things we talked about. We
For sure.
mentioned a lot of it now, but if you're more interested, just go to Twitch and you'll see it.